Badenoch went to Manchester this week, hoping to reset her faltering leadership of the Conservative Party. Instead, she walked right into a question that ought to have been simple but wasn't. Sky News' Beth Rigby asked her, "Do you admire Nigel Farage?" 3 times the question was put. It was practically Christological. 3 times Badenoch ducked. Duck, duck, duck. First she said she didn't understand the question. Then she demanded to know why she was being asked about Farage rather than Keir Starmer or Ed Davey. Finally she retreated into irritation, insisting she was not interested in Nigel Farage and wanted to talk about the Conservative Party. It is telling that she would not or could not answer, because to say yes would be to concede ground to Reform UK, the party now overtaking the Conservatives in national polls and siphoning off councillors, MPs and activists. To say no would risk alienating the many Tory members, now nearly 2/3 in one recent YouGov poll, who want a pact or even a merger with Farage's insurgents. And her evasion was not simply about media gamesmanship, it was about an existential identity crisis in the Conservative Party. One might even flip the question, does Nigel Farage admire Kemi Badenoch? Well, probably not. Who does? His entire project is built on portraying the Conservative Party as exhausted and compromised. He thrives on Tory weakness, and nothing illustrates that weakness better than a leader unable to say what she thinks about him. And then there is a deeper, more uncomfortable issue. Does anyone admire Kemi Badenoch at this point? She took office after the Conservatives' historic election collapse, promising to rebuild. Yet she presides over a shrinking base, a -47 personal rating, and a conference hall of empty seats. Her big announcements, leaving the European Convention on Human Rights, ICE-style deportations, harsher rhetoric on migration, have not lifted her standing. They are seen as reactive copycat moves rather than confident conservatism. The question Rigby asked, therefore, matters because admiration is a measure of leadership. Margaret Thatcher could say which opponents she respected. Tony Blair could name rivals he admired. Even Keir Starmer, asked the same question about Farage, managed to say he found him formidable while rejecting his vision for Britain. Badenoch, by contrast, looked cornered, defensive, brittle, unwilling to engage. This is not only a bad media moment, it is a strategic problem. The Conservative Party has not decided whether to fight reform head-on or to court it. Badenoch wants to claim the mantle of authentic conservatism, yet she cannot define herself against the man who now leads the populist right. Her silence looked less like discipline and more like fear, and fear is corrosive. It signals to voters that the party has lost confidence. It tells reform supporters that their movement is setting the terms of debate. It tells wavering conservatives that the lifeboat Farage offers may be the only one that floats. Badenoch had an opportunity to project authority, to say clearly either that she respects Farage's skill but rejects his politics, or that she believes his programme is serious and harmful. She took neither path. Instead, she dodged, duck, duck, duck. In doing so, she let the question itself, do you admire Nigel Farage, hang in the air like an indictment. The irony is that she wanted to talk about her own party's revival. But until she can answer the Farage question, no one will believe the Conservatives have rediscovered who they are or where they're going. And the empty seats in the Conservative conference chamber tell you fairly bluntly that there is no revival. A leader who cannot say whether she admires her main rival is not leading, she is drifting, and the electorate can smell drift a mile away.